Hello everybody. I hope all of y'all are having a good day today. For the past few months, I have had kind of a cancer scare. I'm not in any way afraid of dying. I know our times are set, but I've was told that the doctor told me that according to my blood work, it looked like I had cancer somewhere. And so I just finished having some ultrasounds and blood tests and confirmed that I do not have cancer. What is weird is that maybe 7 months ago, I got poisoned and I got severely sick. And the only reason I'm alive is because of God. And then about 2 months after that, I had this stroke or started having some kind of weird seizures. And then a few months after that, I got sick again, like I was small poisoning again, and lost about 14 kilos, 40 pounds, something like that. And just have been in really bad shape. And I started having these dreams. This one dream that I had, the first one was I was driving a car and I come over a hilltop and there was a river down below. And on the other side of the river, it was beautiful. You know, it was like heaven on the other side of the Jordan. But my cousin, one of the local morticians in Mount Pleasant, Texas, where I'm from, was on the other side, and he was just standing over there on the other side, kind of halfway grinning at me and waving. And I woke up and I was like, I know what that means, you know? And then a few weeks later, I had a dream that I was in America and I was leaving my mom. I assumed I was coming back to the Philippines, but I was leaving and my mom was crying. I talked to my mom every day on video conference, and I called her and I started to tell her about my dream. She said, I had a weird dream about you last night. She said, I dreamed you were leaving me and I was crying. And I said, Mama, I said, I had the same dream last night when I was sleeping. And so I was like, you know, she said, it's like you were dying or something. And so I felt like God's telling me my time is short. And then the other day, I had this dream to where I had Linza and my wife Lynn with me, and I had to drop them off. They couldn't go with me, and I dropped them off at an apartment. It was 206. I looked up the Strongs, and I'll show you that later. But I had to go on without them, and I went to this place, and there was my cousin Randy and his dad Perry, and these are all cousins of my mortician cousin, and both of these men, Randy and Perry, have passed on. And my cousin Randy came up to me and kind of nudged me, and he said, man, he said, you give them hell, didn't you? And I said, yeah, I did. I sure did. And I woke up. It's like he was saying, good job to me. You did a good job, you know? And so I've kind of, then, check this out, I had a dream years ago about the number 114. I did a whole video on it about the throne of God. And then the other day, God showed me 114 again. And so I did another video on 114. And then God told me in my spirit, you've seen 114 twice, look at 2 Peter 1:14, and that's where Peter was telling everybody that God has shown him that he's going to die soon. And I was like, man, Lord, you know, you sent me over here to the Philippines, got this mission, amazing mission, you know, I you know, it's just certain that, you know, I'm going to die soon. We're all going to die. Our lives are short, but, you know, it's like God's showing me something here. I wasn't sure if it was he was trying to show me something in the spirit or not. Because years ago, he showed me a dream of somebody dying, and when that person died, that God showed me that a door would open, and this door that I seen was a beautiful hand-carved door with like etched glass window and stuff, and it was an amazing door. And I was thinking, well, it's something spiritual. This person, you know, is still young; they can't die, and that person died, literally died. And what was weird about it was when they died was the week that I come to the Philippines for the first time to meet Lynn. That's when the door opened for me to come here. And So when I've been having these dreams and getting poisoned and having the stroke and all this stuff, I'm thinking the stroke and the seizures are all connected to being poisoned, getting the poisoning. But hey, puppies down there wrestling, they're so funny. I got 5 puppies. But anyway, I was thinking, I've been dumping videos as fast as I can because, I got all this knowledge stuck here and I want to get it out just in case, And that Strong's number 206 means to reach the extreme end, to reach the top. And so yesterday, whenever I got the news that I'm negative for cancer and all my ultrasounds and all that looked good, Lynn was telling me, she said, I dreamed that all of this is about you dying off more to yourself. Since the night that God came to me and changed me on June 14th of 2012, I'm constantly telling him, Lord, more of you and less of me. Let me die off. I don't want to get in your way. I hate this flesh. I hate when my mind worries. I hate when my mind doubts. I want more of you. Just kill me off totally. I don't want to be sitting back here in the back, holding you back. I just don't want to. I don't want to do something to mess this up. I want your mission to be perfect. And I'm always asking him, Lord, more of you, less of me. And so I'm thinking that to reach the extreme is come to the total end of yourself. I've always wanted to reach that fullness of God. And I don't know if that's something that can ever be accomplished here in this body. But, I believe we all need to try, to have more of God and less of us. And John the Baptist, he said, I must become less, and he, meaning Christ, must become more. And that word I in the Greek is ego. And he was saying, my ego must become less, and he will become more. And so I believe now what God was showing me is that I need to get to the end of myself. And I've been I'm always trying to, and I'm not bragging, it's just something God has put on me, to always try to better myself, to be a better human, that's what the word saint is someone who shares the same characteristics and qualities of Jesus. We're supposed to come from the same tree, the fruit, And so I'm always trying to do better, and I believe that forgiveness is one of those final things. You have to forgive everybody, even those that have hurt you, and and not judge anybody. Coming to the fullness is just being able to love people, love them beyond their imperfections. And Jesus reached that. He had a hard time with the religious people. He didn't have a hard time. He loved those that were outside of religion, the drunkards, the prostitutes, the tax collectors. But it was the religious people that he despised. But even those people that slapped him in the face, that were there murdering him, in the end, he said, God, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And so in the end, he forgave everybody and didn't judge anyone. He had no judgment for anybody. He just loved them all. And I think that is what God has been trying to show me, is to just love them all. Put everybody at the feet of Jesus without any judgment or condemnation, and just let God's Spirit do whatever needs to be done in their lives. It's not up to me to determine that and judge the quality of their life as to what God is doing in their life. Just love them and place them at the feet of Jesus. I love you all. God bless. I wanted to add too that whenever John the Baptist said, I must decrease so that he may increase, that's John 3:30. That's 33. Jesus was 33 when he ascended, when he reached that end, that extreme end. And that's Jacob's ladder. You know, there's 33 bones in the backbone, you know, and that's what the other name for the place where Jacob had his dream and no, where he wrestled with God. That's what it was called before Jacob named it Peniel. Pineal was burr, I think, and that means a bone in the back. So the number 33. Now check out these puppies. I love puppies. Hey babies, come here. Aren't they cute? I think this one right here is my favorite. It's the runt. I've always liked the runt. It's the best. I think this one, and this one are both the runts. I think that one may be a little smaller, but that one is the one that's the least afraid of me and came to me first. So I kind of like it the most. They're so cute. I love dogs. Oh. Dogs always happy to see you, no matter what. So they're good.